think we're good. Oh, hello. I think we're good. I think we're live. I'm just doing last minute adjustments. All of a sudden, the time got away from me because my daughter just got here. Yay! So she just came today for the weekend, and I'm super excited about it. You got her terribly, and so she's here for the weekend. So we are going we're going up to Billings, Montana tomorrow to do some shopping. So that's even more exciting. It's a couple hours from here. Like I've told you guys numerous times, Sheridan, Wyoming is a teeny tiny little town compared to where most of you probably live. We have a population of about 16,000 people. I mean, we're one of the larger cities in Wyoming. We might be like the fourth largest. I think Cheyenne is the biggest, or Casper, and then there's Laramie, where the college is, where my daughter, the University of Wyoming's in Laramie. That's where she lives. And then there's Gillette, and I think Sheridan. So there's like five big towns in Wyoming. Casper or Cheyenne, whatever one's the biggest, I think has about 50,000 people. So the largest city in Wyoming has about 50,000 people. So there you go. So we don't have a lot of shopping here. Really anything at all. We have Walmart. I think I've mentioned that numerous times. So we have Walmart. So if Walmart doesn't have it, we don't get it. So I love it when she comes here so we can go shopping at a big city. And to me, big city is Billings, Montana, which is about 125,000 people. So I think it's the largest city in Montana. So yeah. And of course, we had blizzarding conditions earlier this week. All the roads were closed. It was a nightmare. Ugh. So I'm just hoping that the roads are decent in the morning. So there you go. So I'm very excited. So I know this is kind of a bummer. I've only got 2 projects for you guys today because I want to go hang out with my daughter. But they're super cute projects. So, you know. And what else? I think that's probably it. Oh my gosh. I have a funny son story for you guys. Those of you that know all about my son and his crazy adventures. He bought a car. Okay. He has a truck. It's not the best truck. I mean, when he bought it, he paid $1,000 for it. It's super old. It had like 200 and some thousand miles on it. So it's fairly worn out. So he doesn't trust it to take it on road trips. And when I say road trips, I mean one of his good friends lives 30 miles from here down the interstate, and he doesn't like to drive his truck because he doesn't trust it. So he's been wanting to find a car that he can just use to run around town, to do these little trips, that gets better gas mileage, so he wouldn't have all the wear and tear on this super old truck. So a guy that he works with was talking about the fact that his girlfriend was getting a new car and she was getting rid of her old car. And so Justice says, how much does she want for the car? The guy's like $200. He's like, oh yeah, sold. So he buys this car. My son and his vehicles. This is like the 4th vehicle he has. They're all pieces of crap. He doesn't know how to buy a good vehicle. So the kid told him that the car needed some part in the front end. I don't remember what it was called. So anyways, he's like, oh, I can fix that myself, which he can. And so he buys this car. So, he takes it up to Billings for the weekend with his friends. He's been to Buffalo where his other friend lives, numerous times. Well, all of a sudden this car starts doing the death rattle, the death shake, where as you're driving along and it's just shaking really bad. So he decides that it's probably whatever this thing was that needed to be replaced now. So he's decided he's going to fix this thing. Well, he tries to fix it this past weekend, and he couldn't get one of the parts off. It's like rusted on there or something. So he works in this kind of fabrication shop. So he talked to some of the guys there, and they're like, yeah, just bring it up here. We'll put the acetylene torch on it and blah, blah, some man term. I don't understand, whatever. So he's like, yeah, okay, great. So last night he was going to go up there and try to get this piece off. So he backs his car out of the driveway, puts it in drive. It won't go. The wheels will not turn. So him and my husband, they had to hooked up to a chain, and I don't know what they moved it or whatever. Anyways, they kind of got it positioned so it's in our shop driveway, and now it doesn't run. So my husband's super excited about that, having another junker of my son's in the driveway. So yeah, his $200 car, total waste of money. But I'm not surprised because that's just how he rolls. And I'm just like, $200. I think you get what you pay for. So anyways, there's a funny little story about my son. All right. I'm going to look at the comments real quick. I finally got my iPad kind of fixed. I say that now, and then next week it won't work again. But let's see if you guys have any, if you're where it's warm, where it's cold, what's going on, anything. Beverly's in cold Oregon. Tammy's in Utah. I would imagine it's kind of cold there. Amy's happy tomorrow's Friday, no doubt. Let's see. Joanne is in Florida. I bet it's warm where you are, Joanne. Pat's in rainy Ohio. So good to see you, Pat. What else? Maryland's in Alabama. We've got, oh, Lisa, I got your presents today. I'm going to show everybody what you sent me. Is that you on the computer? Oh my gosh, Cynthia, you're hilarious. I am on my computer behind myself. That's really funny. I didn't even see that, but yep, that's me on the computer right behind. See if I move out of the way. There I am on my computer. Oh, that's really funny. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera, and then we're going to do a little business talk for a few minutes, and then we're going to do a couple of really cute projects. All right, we will flip this camera. Make sure we aren't going to hit any buttons as we're screwing this into place, because you guys know how that goes. That happens, you know, you hit the wrong button and like, bloop, the whole thing is gone, and you're just like, oh my gosh, cry. Okay, hold on. I got to get this. I'd like it to be nice and level. I don't like it all wonky. I hate watching videos where the camera's kind of angled. It's a pet peeve of mine. Okay, so I'll get my glasses on so I can see. I even got a little hair clip. I got my hair done today. I forgot to tell you guys. I got the gray washed out of it, and then my hairdresser chopped a ton of my hair out. I've mentioned this before. I have super thick hair, and sometimes it's super annoying to have thick hair. And now I know there's some of you girls out there that don't have thick hair, and I'm very sorry, but it's not all it's cracked up to be all the time. So anyway, she got rid of a bunch of my hair, so it feels a lot lighter, and it's just good. Okay, so I want to just share with you the cards that I did last week while we were on here. We did this really cute Playing in the Rain easel card. Maybe I'll move that out of the way so you can see it better. So cute. This is actually one of the cards in my Playing in the Rain class for the month of February. And if you're interested in taking the class from me, the link is in the description of the video. We did this adorable little Happy Easter card with the Easter bunny. Now, this is not the bunny that punches out. This is a bunny that you would need to snip out with scissors, and we did, and it's not that difficult. And there it is. So cute. And then lastly, I did this super fun bright rainbow card, which I just loved so much. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I made any of these projects, you can click on my name and go to my YouTube channel, and then you can find all my videos. This one I did bring out as a standalone video, so you can just watch this if you want, rather than watching the whole live. So that's up to you. Okay. Now I have to give a shout out to Lisa, because she's on here right now. And today a UPS came to my house with something that I did order, and then something else in a box. And I was like, what did I order? Because I didn't remember ordering anything. Look what it is. It is a gigantic bag of Dove candy hearts. Not candy hearts. Well, they're candy, but they're chocolate. Dove chocolate hearts. Oh my gosh. You can see, Lisa, the bag is already open. Yes. My husband and I did have a few while he was home for lunch. So, yeah. So these are now in my stamp room, because I don't really want to share any more of them. So thank you. And then also, she sent me a recipe book, which I kind of had to chuckle at, because a number of weeks ago I was mentioning about making dinner, and I hate it so much, and I never know what to make, and I don't have very many recipes in my arsenal. And look at this. Look what she sent me. And it's huge. You guys, it is huge. There are so many things in here. So I was just kind of going through telling my husband about just like if I would randomly stop on a page, and he was like, oh, that doesn't sound too bad. So thank you so much, Lisa. We are definitely going to be taking advantage of some new recipes around here. All right, so I got those two things. That was super sweet of you. I appreciate you so much. And then I also got a really nice card. We did a swap for our catalog kickoff, and Tracy always participates in the swap. And so she always ends up sending Kelly and I one of her cards, because Dina hosts the swap. So Dina gets all the cards. And so Tracy is so kind. She's always sending Kelly and I her swap card. Look at that swap card, you guys. Whoa. That's crazy. That's a lot of work, but it uses up a lot of designer series paper. So that's always a good thing, right? So we may have to check out and see if we can do the measurements on this, and we'll bring it back one of these weeks. So there you go. So thank you to Tracy for that. I appreciate that very much. Okay, as you guys know, Celebration's coming to a close pretty soon, about 2 weeks away, and Celebration will be over, and you won't be able to get the boho baby blue boss any longer. So if you are looking to get the baby boss, I would love to have you get the baby boss with me and join my team of demonstrators. You can get the baby boss for $129, which will get you the boss, and $175 worth of Stampin' Up! Products of your choice. Crazy, right? If you don't want the baby boss, you can get just the $175 worth of product and pay only $99. So you get $175 worth of product regardless. You can either pay $99 for just the product or $129 for the product plus the baby boss. If you don't like blue, you can get the white one. So it's totally up to you. Speaking of Celebration, these items were added to the Celebration rewards February 1st, and there's a lot of fun stuff here. So if you haven't placed an order yet, I would love to have your orders in my store at shoppingwithbarb.com. And then if your order's over $50, you can choose one of these 9 things here, in addition to what's in the brochure, which is, oh no, where is it? Oh, found it. Here it is. There's a lot of good things in here that you can choose from. So there's a lot of choices right now. But I have to say something, you guys. The Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper, I believe, is sold out. I read a little thing today on one of our groups, our stamping groups, and somebody said it was sold out. So if you haven't gotten it, I'm terribly sorry, but it is now sold out. So go ahead and choose one of these other options or something else that's in the book. There's still lots of fantastic stuff available. All right. I think we talked about this last week. We did an open house for Stamp Happy Academy last weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We each posted a video. I talked about our online classes, which is the basic membership. Kelly talked about a tour of the website, and then Dina did a little live class to show you what our live classes are about. So I would love for you to go check it out. You go to facebook.com/Stamp Happy Academy. That will take you to our business page. You can see the videos there. We're asking people to like, comment, and share, and then we're going to choose some winners to win some free subscriptions to Stamp Happy Academy. I think we're going to be giving those away tomorrow. Yes, Tammy says she ordered the Dainty Flowers yesterday, and they just sold out today. So anyways, Stamp Happy Academy, check it out. I also want to piggyback that on with the signing up to be a demonstrator thing. If you are a member of my Stampin' Up! Team of demonstrators, after you've placed your first order as a demonstrator, you get a free basic membership to Stamp Happy Academy. So it's a little bit of a bonus to be on my team. After you've placed your first order, you get a free membership. So there you go. And that's $20 a month. And that's every month as long as you're a demonstrator on my team. So that could be a lot of money. Okay. So the basic membership is $19.95. The live only membership is $20, or you can get both for a $5 discount at $34.95. The subscription options are at stamphappyacademy.ning.com, and I'd love to have you join it and check it out. It's a lot of fun. And I think some of you gals are on here. Lisa said the videos were great. Cynthia finally joined. I know, Cynthia, I'm so happy for you. So exciting. And she's really excited about it. All right. My other online class for the month is the Carrots and Bunnies. I am sold out of bundles. So if you don't have the bundle, I can't even offer the bundle with the class because right now I can't order that. So, and then the Playing in the Rain bundle is my other one. And I've got another super cute card using this bundle today. This one will not be in the class. My class kit and PDF store is open and running. I had a bunch of things in there. I keep adding things as I have time to populate it a little bit more. So check it out. It's barbstamps.com/shop. Okay. I still have a few of my country bouquet kits left. 3 or 4 owl kits left. I always have adhesive kits for sale. These are amazing. They come in these adorable little pouches. And then all these things here with some black ones also. Black Playing in the Rain is on low inventory, Lisa says. So if you are interested in getting that bundle with your class, let me know right away so I can get you taken care of. Link is in the description of the video. All right. In case you didn't know, Stampin' Up! Is releasing some online exclusive items starting March 1st. There's going to be a bunch of things. We as demonstrators have already been able to order some of them as a preview. If you join my team of demonstrators during February, you can add these items to your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator kit. Anything that demonstrators can pre-order, if you want to join Stampin' Up! During that time, you can add those items to your starter kit. So you could get some of these items included with your $175. And then with all this, I am participating in a stamp camp using the Hello Irresistible bundle, along with the designer series paper and the loose gems and some white ribbon. And I think I said the DSP. And then the bundle. I'm going to have a little bit more information about that coming up. But basically, if you get your supplies from me, then you get into the stamp camp for free. That's what you get for free if you order. I think it's the paper, the gems, and the ribbon. And you can add the bundle if you don't have it. But like I said, I'll have more details coming out probably next week. Okay, and then we already talked about that. And that's it. So let me get my supplies for my first card. And we'll start. Okay, we're going to use the Playing in the Rain bundle again, because why wouldn't we? It's amazing. And so we've got the cute paper. Tina is joining us, and Shella. Hello, ladies. Okay, so here is the stamp set, the Playing in the Rain. It's just the cutest thing ever, you guys, honestly. And then there's dies to cut out all of this stuff, plus other things. I'm also pairing it for the card today with the Happy Labels bundle. Or not bundle. Well, yeah, bundle, because it's the stamp set and a punch. So I'm pairing it with that. So I've got a little bit of the designer series paper here. I've got a little scrap. Well, it's not a scrap. It's a 1/2-inch strip. And then I've got another piece here and another piece here. So these 3 pieces, let's pull the ruler out because I don't remember what they are. This one is a 1/2 by, I think, 3.5. I lied. 2 3/4. And that's probably too long. We'll just trim it off. This one is 1 7/8 by 5 1/8. This is the other side of that. And then our cloud paper, oh, it's the same as this one here, is 2 5/8 and 4 1/8. So those are your designer series paper pieces. We also have a little card of white. This is 2 3/4, and it was 8.5, and then I just folded it in half, so it is now 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. We have a piece of white. This is 2 by 5 1/4, I think. Yep, 2 by 5 1/4, and then this should be 2 1/8 by 5 3/8. So basically, you can probably see what's going on here. These 3 are going to layer together. This is going to layer onto that. And then this is going to go on the inside. All right. Then we have our card base. This is just a 1/4 sheet of cardstock, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, Flirty Flamingo. And we have an envelope that I have already decorated with the fun same pattern of the Flirty Flamingo and Mango Melody raindrops. You're going to need a 3/4 inch strip of white. And then we will be cutting the end with the new, what is it called? The Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch, I think. I don't remember. Okay, but to start out with, we have our cute little bunny friend, and I have inked him up in Memento and stamped him on a scrap of white. We're going to do a little coloring. Where do I have those? I don't know. So I've got some yellow and some Flirty Flamingo. This is a dark daffodil, and then both Flirty Flamingos. So I'm going to start out with my light Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to just kind of color the little tips of his feet and his sweet little nose. Maybe it's a her, because we're going to add a little bit of blush to the cheeks and a little bit of pink inside this ear here, and then just kind of a little rosy cheek right there. Now I am going to decorate the shirt, because this is something I did the other day and it was just so cute. So I'm using the dark Flirty Flamingo. Okay. And I'm just kind of scribbling across the little jacket that this cute little bunny is wearing. And we're just going to go like so. Okay. Then I have the dark daffodil. And I'm going to scribble just underneath where I did the flirty. I'm trying not to overlap if I can help it, because I'm not necessarily trying to blend these colors. I'm just trying to have some stripes here. I just thought this was so cute. Like a little striped jacket. Is that not the most adorable thing you've ever seen? I mean, seriously, how cute is that? Yeah, I know, right? So then I would take this to my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine or my Baby Boss or whatever, and I would cut it out, and then there we have our cute little rabbit. So our little rabbit's jacket now matches our color combination theme for the rest of the card, which I thought was so cute. All right, so now we're going to do our layering here. So I'm going to add my seal adhesive to these pieces. I know, Francie, is that jacket just not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Seriously. I was quite tickled with myself when I did that the other day. I was like, oh my gosh, that is literally the cutest thing. And you could do it with so many different colors. That's the thing that would be so much fun about it. Okay. Get this on. There, you can see there's just very slight borders on all these things. Now, I'm going to add this to my layer, my card base here, but I want there to be a pocket because my plan is to tuck this under here, okay? So it'll just be a little slide out card. And so let me get this piece on the front here. And again, there's just going to be a very slight border around this piece. Okay, like that. Try to make sure it's nice and straight. There we go. And then I'm going to add this little strip here to the inside. We'll just jazz this up a little bit. And you could, if you wanted to, you could make this inside piece a gift card holder. You know, you could like make a little pocket down here rather than just a decorative piece of designer series paper. You could put a little pocket down there and turn it into a gift card holder because a gift card would fit. No, I didn't get that on there very nicely, did I? No, I didn't. Probably because I'm gabbing. Okay, so let me see. I've got a gift card here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, or you could just even use a glue dot and stick it in there, and that would be perfect. So it's a cute way to give a gift card to someone. Okay, so before I actually glue this down, I am going to stick this underneath here so that, and I say this, oh, you know what? Hold on. Before I do any of that, I have to stamp on this. Whoa, hold on. Just about forgot. I need some floaty flamingo ink, the clouds, and the flowers. Whoa, that would not have been good. Okay. Oh gosh. Hold on. I've got to do a little cleaning. I just dropped my stamp on my desk. Okay. So I'm going to kind of start maybe about right here. And now I'm flipping them upside down. And I know you're going to think, oh, those clouds are going to look weird upside down. They kind of do, but that little piece is going to be hiding right there. So I think it's okay. All right. So then I am going to do the top here. Flip it upside down. And then flip it right side up again. And there we have some clouds. And let me just get right here. Okay, so we've got some cloud action going on. Now I'm going to add some flowers to the very bottom. And I'm going to start in the middle, and then I'm going to work my way out to hopefully get a nice little row of cute little flowers here. Ah, so cute. Everything in this set, you guys, is so cute. I love it so much. Okay, now I can go ahead and do this. All right, so I'm going to put this in here so that it'll take up the space that it's going to take up around here. And I'm just going to put adhesive on the back of this here and here and here. So I'm going to leave this whole side open. All right, so here and then all the way down this edge and then along the bottom. Okay. You guys are talking about some weather. Yeah, it's been different everywhere, I think, this year. A little bit colder, rainier, snowier, whatever you normally get, you're getting more of it. some of the things that you've never had before, you're not getting at all, or you're getting stuff. Kind of nuts. All right, so we're going to put that in there so the pocket will then be the right size to make sure our little piece is in there. And then I am going to take a bone folder. You can see where that's kind of coming up. And I'm going to just kind of burnish that down. And hopefully that will stay in place. Okay. Do that again. Burnish, burnish, burnish. All right, so we'll put that over here on the side, move my stamps out of the way so I don't make a mess. And then we have our little pocket here. Not pocket, but our little card. I guess this is where you can write your message and everything. So now we have, we need a sentiment. And so I have taken a sentiment out of the Happy Labels stamp set, and it says, "You are my happy place." Is that right? Yes. So I'm going to ink that up with my balmy blue, and I'm going to stamp it here. This is, like I said, a 3/4 inch strip, so I'm trying to get it in the middle. That's pretty good. We're going to snip off a little bit, and then we're going to bring the punch in. And there is a little 3/4 inch slot in this punch. There's a half, and then you come up, there's the 3/4, and if you have a 1 inch, the 1 inch will also fit in here. So that's kind of nice that they all, whoops, that's not the one I want. I want to use the scallop one. That they, what was I trying to say? That you can fit 3 different sizes of strips in here, which makes it pretty versatile. Okay, so let's just see, did we get, it's about even on all sides? I think so. But maybe I'm going to just take a skosh off each end, just a tiny bit more. Okay, slide that in. Come on, get in there. There we go. I can see there's just a little bit. All right. So we now have our little friend. Oh, you know what? We also need an umbrella for our little friend. And a little bow. Now here's where you can decide what you want to do with this. There happens to be I think it's called Supple Shimmer glitter paper that is in the online store. It's retired, but it's in the online store on the clearance rack for like $2. It's so inexpensive. So if you want to put a bow on with the glimmer paper, now you do get some glimmer paper in my class kit because we are using a little bit of glimmer paper, but you can also decide you might want to just use plain Flirty Flamingo. And so I have little bows cut out of both pieces, like the glimmer paper and the Flirty Flamingo. And the glimmer paper is amazing, but it might not be the perfect thing for our little rabbit. So I'm going to add this little bow right here on the jacket. How stinking cute is that? Seriously. But I don't know. I have an umbrella that I did and die cut, and I colored in with the balmy blue blends. And so we're going to have our little friend hold on to that umbrella. All right, so let's bring this piece back in. We're going to tuck the pocket in. And then we're going to have our little friend stand like right here on the edge so that his part of the body kind of overlaps this piece here. So we're going to put dimensionals on this side of the back of the bunny. Okay, so we're going to put dimension. Wait a second. Am I have them on the right? Yes. Make sure I put the dimensionals in the right spot. We're going to also bring in some minis. So we'll put a mini on the ear there and a mini on this little foot. And I think maybe another little mini right here and another one right here. So I've got a number of dimensionals on here, but I want to make sure that, you know, he's going to be popped up enough. Or she. I don't know. Could be either or. I guess I just always go with the he. The he. Okay, so I'm going to stick him. There I go again. Him. About right here. And then the little bow, I just don't know, you guys. That is pretty stinking cute. We might just go with that. I'm going to add a tiny bit of glue to the end of the umbrella handle here. And we're going to attach that to the hand of this adorable little bunny. So right there. All right. Does anybody have any? Looks like a he. I know it does look like a he. I don't know why. I guess I should have put lipstick on. Then that might be a little bit more feminine. Okay, so do you guys think? Well, let me put the sentiment piece on first, and then we can decide which bow we want to use. So here is our sentiment. So I'm going to have the sentiment hang over. I'm not going to put any adhesive down at this end. I'm only going to put adhesive right here. Let me look at that again to make sure I'm putting it in the right spot. Okay, so yes, from here back basically is where we want the adhesive to go. Okay, so we'll add our part of, we got another sentiment we're going to put on the inside of the little flipper thing. So, okay, so you guys tell me, what do you think is better? This is the glimmer paper bow. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Or the Flirty Flamingo cardstock bow. What do you guys think is better? The cardstock or the glimmer paper? You let me know. And if you're looking for some really beautiful pink glimmer paper, let me grab a full sheet. Well, I guess it's not a full sheet. It's a 6x6, but you'd get one full sheet of the pink and one full sheet of the kind of greeny blue iridescent. It's only $2 in the clearance rack, so it's really inexpensive. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of clean up a little bit while you guys are telling me what we're going to do with the bow. And then, all right, let's see. We've got, ooh, I think we have a lot more glimmer than cardstock. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cardstocks so far and about 10 glimmer. So let's go ahead and go with the glimmer because it's just really cute. So to do this, I'm going to probably have to roll up a glue dot a little bit because these glue dots are a little larger than the center of the bow. So I'm going to roll that up. How about a bow on her ear? You know, I thought about that. The bow on the ear. What do you guys think of that? Maybe we should do that instead. So here's a glimmer paper bow on the ear. Super cute. Or a flirty bow on the, I know there's so many options, you guys. What could we do? Or that. I tried the bow earlier and I just wasn't as big of a fan as I liked it on the jacket, but you guys are saying on the ear, so I think we're going to go for the ear instead. All right, so I'm thinking the glimmer paper on the ear. Is that kind of what we're thinking? Are we feeling that? I know if I want it to be a she, it's got to be on the ear. I guess if it's a little boy, it could be a little bow tie. But since this is kind of pinkish, the card's pinky, we're going to put it on the ear. All right, let me flip this over. If I can, my fingernails are not really that great. And I'm going to add this little piece of glue dot to that. And then we will add it to the ear. Like so. Okay. Oh my gosh, that is so cute, you guys. And then we pull this out. We're going to open this up, and we've got one more little sentiment in here. And it says, what does it say? Love you and miss you. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp love you and miss you on the inside piece. I think I'm going to stick it right here. I kind of like putting sentiments down by the bottom of the card anymore. There we go. Love you and miss you, and our adorable little friend, and she will, or she should, slide. Oh my gosh, I maybe need to, there we go. Just got to pull up a little bit on it. So cute. And the bow, that just kind of does the whole thing for me. That's kind of a big deal right there. And then we have our matching envelope. I should give that to my daughter. I should give it to her. Actually, I should mail it to her so she gets it right when she gets home. That's what I think I'll do, Cynthia. Okay, let me clean this up just a tad. Oops, I'm having little bows flying all over the place here. Glue dots, that. I need my chamois to clean off my stamps. Put them away. Oh goodness, I almost forgot these. The clouds and the flowers. Punch. Okay. Push all that stuff out of the way. and we will bring in the stuff for our next card. Okay, so this next card uses the Irresistible Blooms dies and stamp sets, and this is what I was just talking about where I'm doing the stamp camp for this stuff. This stamp camp's going to be at the end of March. All right, where is my piece of paper about the stamp camp? Ugh, I tell you, things get lost when they really shouldn't get lost because, aha, there it is. Okay. So the stamp camp's going to be at the end of March. So March 1st, when customers can start ordering, then if you'll register, you'll get the supplies in the mail, you'll get a PDF file a couple weeks before the stamp camp starts. And then during the stamp camp, you will have access to the 12 videos to make the 12 cards that were designed. Now there isn't, at least at this point, I don't know about a cardstock kit. I'm working on that. That may be an option still. So I guess if you guys have a preference, let me know. If you prefer classes with cardstock pre-cut cardstock kits, let me know. Anyway, this is coming at the end of March. So we're using the Irresistible Blooms dies and stamps. And this is a really cool set of dies, you guys. These two dies are very interesting. The circle die cuts like a window out of your cardstock here. This is Petal Pink, by the way, in case you were wondering. And it's just a very interesting die. And then we have this piece here, which reminds me of like the beads that I had hanging in my doorway when I was a teenage girl. You know, I thought it was so cool because it was like the 70s, you know, late 70s, early 80s when I was a teenager, 14, 15-ish. That tells you how old I am now. Anyway, and this just reminds me of those fun beads that I had hanging in my doorway. You know, I thought it was, you could part the beads and come into my room. I don't know. Anyway, that's what it reminds me of. And then there's also dies to cut out the flowers and the leaf images, and then some detailed leaves also. So again, I mean, who needs more flower sets? None of us, but all of us. Because I always think, I don't need any more flower sets, but then they come out, I don't know, they're fabulous, and I love them, and then I buy them. Okay. We also have this beautiful designer series paper that will be part of the class. Francie said her cousin had the beads and she was jealous. I totally get it. So we have these beautiful papers, and you might notice this color right here might look a little familiar to you guys. It's Pretty Peacock. So apparently Pretty Peacock is coming back so we can play with it, and I'm really excited about it. Now, I don't know when it's going to be back. I'm hoping March 1st when all the rest of this stuff goes live. I have no idea. I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping. I still have my Pretty Peacock pad, paper, blends, marker, ink refill. And so I'm actually going to be using the Pretty Peacock on my card today because the paper just demands Pretty Peacock. There's another color in here, Lost Lagoon. I don't have my Lost Lagoon. That has been out of my stamp room for a long, long time. So I'm hoping that both of those will be back, but we'll see. So I'm pretty excited about that. The kit also has these loose frosted dots, and I've got a little tip for you guys about these. A lot of times these flat things, they are flat on one side, so they're not difficult to use. You can just put a little drop of glue on your project wherever you want to have something and then put the dot on there. But you can also create your own kind of self-adhesive dots by using a piece of wax paper and the liquid glue. So all I did was add little dots of liquid glue on this wax paper and let them dry. So they don't dry hard, they dry sticky and tacky. And then I just pressed the dots onto them. So now I can just come in here and like pick off a dot. At least I could earlier today. Yeah, I can just pick off a dot and then stick it on my project. What else would work is if you guys have glue dots, and normally we like just tear off this paper and throw it in the trash. Well, when you get some excess paper, you can keep it and you can do the same thing on this paper or your Stampin' Dimensionals paper. You know, back here, once you get rid of your dimensionals, you have some space here on this release paper to also make your own little dots. So I just made this little sheet. I threw it in this little old style stamp case that I have, and that's just that. So there's a little tip for you. Okay, so now bringing in the stuff from my project, I was inspired by a card that my team member shared last night on our team meeting. We had a team meeting last night. We do it over Zoom, and she shared an amazing card with us. And so my card is loosely based on what she shared. All right, so here are my pieces and parts. I have a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of soft seafoam. This is just a quarter sheet. I'm kind of making the same style of card I just did, where it's going to be a little bit of a fancy fold. So this piece here is 3 5/8 by 8 1/2. No, it isn't. That's not right. That's 11. It's 11 by 3 5/8. 11 by 3 5/8. This is pretty peacock. I'm just saying. And then I have a layer of white for the inside. That's 3 3/8 by 5 1/4. So we'll just stick that on the inside here. I have a piece of this pattern of the Designer Series paper. I love this pattern. I love the kind of mottled watercoloring that's behind the white images. And this is a 3 3/8 inch square. I have a 3 1/2 inch square piece of white, and I did die cut that with that open circle. So I am going to attach these two pieces together. So I have my window over the top of my Designer Series paper. So let me go ahead and do that right now. So I'm going to use some liquid glue so I have some kind of control where I put the glue. So I'm going to put it in each corner because the paper is a little bit smaller than this white. Am I in the frame? Okay, yes, I think I am. Sometimes I'm not, and then I feel bad. All right, so I'm going to do a tiny bit here, tiny bit there, tiny bit here, tiny bit here. And then I'm going to kind of randomly throw some on these dots, just so that there's a little more support on the paper. Okay, so now it doesn't matter what direction or anything I stick this down. Just make sure that my writing, of course, doesn't show through the window. And there's just going to be a really slight border here, as you can see. And I'm actually going to bring in a silicone mat and kind of press this down, because I feel like there's a little, there's a little bit of glue that's squishing out from this. So that's what I have so far. Pretty. I also have 2 more strips of Designer Series paper. These both measure 1 1/4 by 3 1/2. Okay. And then I have this long 3/4 inch strip that I'm going to add in on this layer here to put on the inside. So let me go ahead and run my seal along the edge of this and get this Designer Series paper. Oh, you know what I was going to do? I probably still can't. Okay, hold on. I need some soft seafoam. I forgot I was going to stamp some leaves on the inside. I should be fine stamping over the ink, I'm hoping. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll put this silicone mat just on there slightly. It's going to be pretty thick though. Well, okay, it should be fine. Should be fine, right, Barb? It should be fine. It's not going to be fine. There, we need to do that. Ugh, that turned out really awful. I think it'll still work though. I just wanted a little bit, you know what? Oh, I can't. Okay, it's fine. I keep saying that, and it's not fine. I wonder if I could erase this. Oh, my word. Okay, that's a crappy eraser. Hold on. Here's a good one. All right, I am going to try to erase my pencil. I did do it pretty light, so I mean, I should be able to get it off. Oh, look at me go. I got it off. Okay. So what I really wanted to do was to kind of stamp this leafy image in here, and then I wanted to put my Designer Series paper down. So now that I have that, I can put it down. And you know what? I think I'm changing my mind. I think I may cut this to a 1/2 inch rather than 3/4. So hold on. It's my card. I can change my mind. Actually, I'm going to go to, what is that, 5/8? Try to do some 5/8 action here if I can make it work. And this is a little photo trimmer that Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell. It was a gift when you signed up during Celebration a number of years ago. But I do have the link to a similar one in the description of this video if you are interested in a little photo trimmer. Okay, so now I am going to add my paper here to the bottom because I just wanted a tiny bit of the leaves to show because the leaves are kind of cool. There we go. All right, now I can snip off the excess. And I already have some adhesive on here, so I'll just run another strip. And then we'll stick this on the inside. All is not lost. Okay, so let me get that on there. Get that out of the way. And then here we are ready. Okay, so I have these two pieces of Designer Series paper. I'm going to add them to the front. So I'm going to use some liquid glue a little bit. And so I'm going to add these to the ends. So you can see there's just a tiny bit of edge showing, like, I don't even, like maybe a 1/16 of an inch. You could put an entire piece of Designer Series paper on here, and it's like, while I am a hoarder and I want to use it, I don't want to just waste it if I don't have to. And then I'm going to put this piece on like this in between the two pieces of Designer Series paper. And that's going to be my kind of front panel, but of course I'm going to stick it on so it's not upside down, hopefully. Okay, so this is right side up. And we're going to just do like so. I think that's going to work, isn't it? Okay, and then we're going to attach this to the card base. So we'll add some more glue to this. And not that I made up this card, but I kind of made it up today for myself. Like I said, it was very much inspired by a card my team member made, but she didn't like do this flap thing where this opens up and then you have the inside here. Hers was just a card. This was the front of it. Anyway, okay, so then I'm going to bring in my two floral images here. And I need scraps of peacock. Where is it? Okay, like I said, I saved my pretty peacock cardstock and pad. Why? I don't know. I just did. I just haven't, I guess it's because I just haven't gotten rid of them. Normally I get rid of stuff that retires, but for some reason I didn't get rid of this, and so I still had it. So yay me. Okay, I'm actually really happy because I really liked Pretty Peacock. It's a very nice bluey green color, and I just really like it. All right, so we have those stamped on the Pretty Peacock cardstock, and then of course we have the two dies, and so here's our die cut flowers now. And then I also did some stamping on some soft sea foam. And where is my leaf stamp? Right, that's my big leaf stamp. My little leaf stamp. Here we go. So we need 2 leaf stamps out of soft sea foam. So there, stamp them, die cut them before the show. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Cynthia says, how about a thumbs up for me? That would be really awesome if you did thumbs up the video. Also, if you want to subscribe to my channel right down here, and I'm not positive you can do it when I'm live, but maybe after the fact, you can subscribe and then hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos or go live. Okay. So then I've got my dark soft seafoam Stampin' Blend, and I am going to do a little bit of scribbling on this soft seafoam cardstock. I want it to be kind of dark. Okay. And then there is a pretty cool die, the leaf dies in here. They are a little bit detailed, so you can see how we've got this detailed leaf here. This one is not, doesn't go with a stamp, okay? But I just laid it over where I did the dark coloring, and here it is. So you can see that it now looks like I have another shade of soft seafoam where I really don't. It's just that I colored it with a blend and made it another shade of seafoam, which I like to do that on lots of these lighter colors, especially when I am combining elements. Like say I need to put a fresh freesia flower and I want to put it on a fresh freesia piece of cardstock. If you do this kind of method, it will definitely pop off of the page. Okay, because you can see if I just had a standard piece, you can't even really see that. But because I've colored it, it really shows. All right, here we go. There we go. Then I need a 1/2 inch piece of white. And I need my pretty peacock pad back again. And my soft sea foam. Where is my scrap here? So there is a cute little image in here that says, I like you. I know it sounds kind of silly, but I just think it's kind of cute. And so I'm just going to stamp that on this little scrap strip on the right edge, trying to get it centered. We'll see what happens. There, that worked out good. But I needed my sentiment strip to be a little longer, and I'll show you what I mean when I get the card kind of put together. So I have this little tiny leaf trio that's in the set, and I'm just going to kind of stamp that at the end of my sentiment so that it just kind of extends my sentiment strip out a little bit and makes it a little bit longer. And then I'm going to flag this end here like so. Okay. So that's ready. Our leaves are ready. Our flowers are ready. Our little gems are ready. Everything is ready. So now we just can do some assembly here. Okay, so we'll bring this down. And I'm going to add my flowers kind of like this, I think. And then I need to add some leaves. Maybe this one up here. And then I have this fun leaf here that I wanted to add, and I think I might do it on the side over here. Whoops, you get up there. And then you can get underneath here. So we'll have kind of like 3 leaves on that side, 2 leaves on this side, and then see, I want my little sentiment piece over here. So you can kind of see where I needed it to be a little longer to come over a little farther. And so I just added that leaf image, and that looks like it's supposed to be there. So let me go ahead, and I'm going to add my flowers with dimensionals, and then we'll just tuck the leaves underneath. And look at this. I am getting really close to having my dimensional sheet ready to make some more of those little gem sheets. Pretty excited about that. Okay. So I think I said about like this. And then I'm going to use some glue dots. Glue dots are so simple. I'm just going to put a glue dot right here on the front side of my leaf image here. And then I can just kind of tuck it under and smash it, and then it will be stuck there. We'll do that same thing with this other leaf image here. And that one about like so. Oh, whoops, oops, no, we gotta pull it out because we can't have it hanging over the edge back there. That's not gonna work. There. Okay. And then this one that we colored to make it just a slight bit darker, we will add a glue dot to that one as well. And then we'll tuck that one under too. And you know what? I may need to either go a little farther in or snip some of this off. We're going to snip some of it off, and then we're going to add another glue dot because I actually had to cut the glue dot off. But no problem. We can always fix stuff. And I kind of feel like I'm the queen of that, you guys. If you watch me at all, you know that I make plenty of mistakes. Okay, there. Yay, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to actually put a dimensional down here. So the dimensional will be here, and then I'll just put regular glue right there. So I need another dimensional. Where's my sheet here? Ooh, we are getting really close to having no more dimensionals on this sheet, and that makes me happy. Okay. And then I did say put some glue here, and then I didn't do it. All right. So we'll stick that. And I really like these two colors together too. I think the pretty peacock along with the soft seafoam is really nice. Okay, so then lastly, we have our little gems already prepared for us to add here and there. So I'm going to just slide it off the sheet. Maybe I just need to pick it off with my hands. Maybe I don't need to use the take your pick tool at all. Yeah, I think that actually worked better. And where am I going to put these? You know, what's kind of cool about this die is it has these little circles. So you can actually kind of use those circles if you want and put your gems on the circles. So that's a big one. This is a smaller one. I do find that the take your pick tool is helpful for placing things though, because I got some kind of fat fingers here. And we'll stick that one on that piece. And then I think we'll take a really tiny one. Actually, maybe we roll it off. I hadn't actually gotten them off yet. Maybe we could stick that one right here, even though, ooh, even right here where this little tiny little spot is. Ooh, that's kind of fun. There it is right there. And the gems, they have a little bit of iridescence to them, not a whole lot. And then we have the inside. So yay. I was actually really happy with how this came out. So thank you to Denise for sharing her card last night during the team meeting, which inspired me to make this card. So links to everything except the stamp camp, because I don't have all the details figured out about that yet, but they'll be coming. Links to everything else I've talked about is in the description of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you coming out here every Thursday night to watch me for this free class. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave it as a comment below. I'm happy to answer them for you. And I hope you guys all have a fantastic week. I'm very excited to go shopping with my daughter tomorrow. Yay! And so I'm going to get upstairs and have some dinner with my family, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.